What's going on, guys? No guys here. Welcome back to the FIFA RTG, the FIFA Teacher RTG, where we go through everything you need to know to become a better player on FIFA. Now, the first weekend league is coming very soon. This weekend league, this is the team that we've gone with. We've gone with typical 4-3-3. It's not a too expensive team. We ended up spending all our money on Dembele. A very wise investment, I would say. Prudent use of our money to get a marksman striker. You always want to build from the front first. And players like Promes, there is no one really better than him for his price. You know, you can get the likes of Hazard, but someone like Promes can do what Hazard does for almost the same price. So this is a team that we've gone with for now. We've got Gameiro or Morales. You can put either one up there. I've gone with Gameiro because he gives a link to Decore. And that's what we've gone with in terms of the team. And we do have some packs, we do have some. So we're going to go over the super subs, how to register weekend league, top tips I can give you. Let's first take some of these pre-order packs. What's the first one that we get? And hopefully your team is around about the same level. Most of your guys' teams, oh, a kit. Most of your guys' teams should be much better than mine. Obviously, do not forget, my team is just, don't forget, I'm only playing this RTG a couple of hours a day, just to make it a bit more realistic. Because there's no point in playing an RTG, for example, that may, for example, go on for like 7-8 hours a day, because it doesn't really apply to you guys. So what do we get here? We get Tar, not a really usable player. You can use these for the SPCs. I'm presuming some of you guys may have done it. Oh, it's actually tradable. That Jonathan Guard is actually a good super sub. We'll keep him. Actually, you know what? We'll sell him. He's got a 5-star weak foot. Don't forget, oh, we get a Hunter as well. Don't forget as well, we'll be going over what to do for super subs. What's the top 3 super subs to get for weekend league rates, and making sure you're all on track. Let's see this final pack that we need to open. So you get nothing here. So when it comes to weekend league, normally on Thursday, prices rise for the meta players. Now, some of the lower tier players, like for example this player, he might be worth about 2k now. But on Thursday, because he's not a meta player per se, he gets packed a lot. And a lot of these prices, they will go down. So you can argue on Thursday it's kind of a mix of things. The meta players, the players like Mbappe, Neymar, De Bruyne, people who have money will end up trying to save up more money to acquire those players. And the lower tier players that get packed regularly, they won't go up. But players like Sissoko, who even though are lower tier players, they're still very much meta now. In terms of rivals, now we have barely played rivals, but we need to get 2,000 to win. So I'm just going to go back. We're going to go double check. We're going to go over to play. We're going over to Foot Champions. So Foot Champions does start. Now, Foot Champions could be the best or worst time of your life. In all honesty, Foot Champions is one of the worst game modes to play in terms of being sweaty. It is a very difficult game mode for you to play if you're new to FIFA. But I would say, you know what, the first Foot Champs, go into it, just enjoy it. Don't worry about where you finish. Everyone's going to be like, oh, where'd you get? If you're going with your friends for the first time, they'll be like, oh, what did you get? How many games? What's your record? Don't worry about it too much. Just have fun if it's your first weekend league. You do need 2,000 points. Now, we are in Division 4, so we need to win a couple of more games to get into the final division, in Division 3, sorry. And we also need to get the qualification points. So in terms of rivals, we've only played 7 matches, so we're on silver. So what do we get for silver? We get a rare gold pack, jumbo premium gold pack, and a gold pack. And you get an untradeable, and what's the tradable rewards? So I think there's no coins, is there? There is coins. Coins, 22,000 coins. So I don't think we'll have enough. So I think where we are right now, we're on silver. I think realistically, we probably will not get, we might get to gold. So we're on silver. Okay, so we'll probably get to gold 3. So gold 3 has 1 mega pack, 2 jumbo gold players pack. I think that's a pretty good 30k as well, so that's a lot of money. So we'll end up finishing on gold 3. And once you have 2,000 points, what you want to go over here, you want to go to qualification progress, press X or A, and I'll say, do you want to enter Foot Champs? Yes. You can only do this once. So basically, once you qualify, if you play any more rivals games after this, you'll basically get more qualification points. But once you qualified, I think as long as you get silver 3, if I'm not mistaken, if you get silver 3 in Foot Champions, you qualify for the next week. I think it's Division 1. So let's just double check. Can we have a look at schedule? So the first weekend league is this. So I think if you get so if you get silver 1, if you get silver 1, you qualify for the next weekend league. So you don't have to get 2,000 points every single week. You just basically need to get 2,000 points for the first time you want to qualify for Foot Champions. And as long as you get 11 wins out of 30, you can then qualify for the next weekend league. So in theory, you never have to play rivals again. You also do get FUT Champs points, rival points by playing FUT Champions games. There's 30 games in total that start at Friday 8 PM UK time and ends at Monday 8 PM UK time. So you can argue you got the weekend to play 30 games. Now what's important as well is the team. Now team is very important. There's 3 super subs I want you to buy, okay? The first one is Joseph Martinez. For 900 coins, this will be the game saver for you. If you need someone to come on last minute to get a goal or to play on the wing, this is the player you want. When it comes to super subs, you want players that have naturally good stats. So don't forget, as you can see on the top, player chemistry equals 5. See that top bar? All subs start on 5 chemistry. So that's why you need to make sure the subs that you get, their base stats are very good. I'd recommend, you can have 3 subs in a game. I'd recommend Joseph Martinez as the first sub because he's just an exceptional player. He's got the good agility and balance, good sprint speed and decent finishing. For a sub, he's a fantastic player. I'd definitely recommend getting him. There's no one really better for his price wise. Akiem Pong will be the next person I would say. Again, he's got the agility and balance and he has the very good pace and decent shooting. Not the best. Joseph Martinez is more like a striker-like card and Akiem Pong is more like a winger. And a fire player I'll say is someone like Bamin. Now Bamin, he's got the stats to play CDM, centre mid or even centre back. So if you get a red card, you can slap Bamin there. But I'd recommend him 100%. One other thing I would say is if you have the money, and it's worth buying a super sub like Promes. Promes doesn't cost that much money now. It costs around the region of around 3k coins. Even 2k now. Probably less tomorrow. This is the best card you can buy as a super sub. There is no one better than him in the game. You can argue the fact that Joseph Martinez has better stats than Promes, but because he has that 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, pushes him a bit in front. One of the best shots I've seen for a cheap player. I'll be honest, him and Mbappe for me, I think sometimes he was even better than Ben Yedder sometimes at shooting. I know it sounds crazy, but when you use Mbappe, when you use Promes, you'll know what I'm talking about. He has this kind of distinctive shot animation. I can't really explain it. And it just does go in most of the time, even on the finisher. I recommend getting Promes. So Promes, Joseph Martinez, Akiem Pong and Bamin. That's the 4 players you want to get. If you have any more of your budget, so that way you have a CDM, which you can play centre back. If you have any more of your budget, I'd recommend getting another cheap super sub, and that is Atal. Now Atal is a player that's more of an attacking centre mid. Now when you're losing, let's say it's 2-0 down, you might have 2 defensive CDMs. You want to get Atal in your team. Atal has a 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, high medium, and look at those stats. He can play essentially anywhere on the pitch. Left back, right back, centre mid, winger. He can play anywhere. He's got the stats to do so. So he's more of a utility versatile player. So what I would say is if you're scarce for money and you know, for example, you only have 5, don't forget there's no fitnesses as well. So if you know you're scarce for money, you're only going to have 5k, you're going to be short, then I would say recommend get Joseph Martinez, Akiem Pong and Bamin. If you got a bit extra, I would say get Promes. I say get Promes, Martinez and Atal. And if you can buy all 5 of them, I would say Martinez, Promes, Akiem Pong, Bamin and Atal. Now that will give you a good array of players. So if Decore, so if you're playing like in a 4-2-3-1, and let's say for example Decore, you're losing the game, you can take Decore off and I can put Atal over there and I can take Neres and Gamero off and put the likes of Promes and Joseph Martinez there, or even put him in strike if I haven't got a better striker. But that's what I'd say in terms of the team. Now formation setup, now I'll be honest, you just want 2 formations. The standard formation you are using right now goes into your formation. I'm going to release a 4-2-3-1 video on Friday. Even though I released that video, you can have it in your setup, but do not rely on it. The formation you're using right now, keep using it. This is the most important thing I will tell you. The most important thing. Every single year, the way players get better at FIFA is they identify what mistakes they're making early on. There's players that get gold 1 in the first week, and then they stick at gold 1, they go back to gold 2 around November time, people picked up the meta, and in January they're back to gold 2, gold 3 and they're complaining the game doesn't work for them. It's better to get gold 3 this weekend league and you realize what mistakes you can make and then go up from there. Don't start abusing the meta and then go downwards. In my opinion, the formation, even if the formation you're using right now you don't enjoy it, or let's say you're not sure about it, just use it, have it in your slot and have 2 variants of it. So for example, if you're going to use a 4-2-3-1, have your regular 4-2-3-1 and have the exact same formation that you're playing, but the only difference is you have everyone on comeback on offense. The reason why this is important, when you're 1-0 ahead, your opponent is going to activate team press. It doesn't matter if you're the best player in the world, the top tier player, the creme de la creme. If you get counter-attacked, you're going to concede. So you're better off having a defensive variation. And what I'd recommend is starting the game with a defensive variation and using this the entire game. You want to have the reserved approach to attacking. If and only if you're struggling to get past your opponent, then you change to a more attacking formation. Then once you go 1-0 up or it's 1-1, I would say go back to your defensive formation. Your defensive formation, everyone on comeback on offense, is what you should be using in my opinion. As I said, you can put everyone on comeback on offense, because the reason why is you want to always start with the defensive formation. You can always become more attacking, but you can never go more defensive unless you make the changes. So put everyone on stay back while attacking and play like that. And if you're struggling in game, then change to your 4-2-3-1, for example. Or if you're doing a 4-1-2-1-2, everyone will come back on defense or drop between defenders. Second one is your more attacking variation. That way you can change your tactics on a fly, because your opponent is going to be smart. Don't think they're going to sit there with all 3 of their strikers on comeback and offense. No, they're going to put all 4 of their strikers on stay forward. Now, if you're in a game and your opponent's got his 3 strikers or his 4 strikers on stay forward, you are in big trouble. So what do? You can quickly be like, okay, you know what, I realize, you know what, he's playing very attacking. I can swiftly change to this formation with my Lam Ram and Cam or I'll come back on defense to counter that. That way you have that availability. And then what you can have is for your other formations, you can have the optional extras, like, you know, you might have a 4-4-2, or you might have, for example, my 4-2-3-1 or another 4-1-2 on the second variation. So have the same formation you're playing naturally, doesn't matter what formation it is, and alongside that have a more defensive variation that you can use along with it. And that is what I would say for terms of the weekend league. Now, the weekend league is going to be sweaty. I'd recommend splitting up your games. I'll have a full video coming out on how to get more wins during the weekend league on Saturday. But the key thing is just split out your games. Don't worry about it. If you take a loss, it is what it is. You're going to lose. Look, I'm telling you right now. Last year, people thought this game was good. This year, this game is a shambles. I don't want to go into it, but the game is a shambles, okay? You can hold the ball the entire game and the opponent can't do nothing about it. You might use team press, but it's still so OP this game. You're going to find people, and listen, people are desperate in FIFA. Never underestimate, even in real life. I don't know this is a FIFA tutorial, but never underestimate people in real life. Never underestimate a desperate person. They will do anything. So expect there to be some of the worst gameplay available. Do bear in mind, servers are going to be overloaded, everything. I would say try to split your games up, play 10, 10, 10. The video will come out on Saturday, but that's what I'd recommend. And I'll just say, just have fun. Any other questions, do let me know, but make sure you do have those super subs. Make sure you do have the formation set up. Rewards will be coming out tomorrow, so we'll see what we get from rewards. And depending on what we get, we'll be upgrading our team as well. I think in this team, it's actually a very good team. The only player I'm really leaning towards is Sissoko. If I can get Sissoko over here, I think the team is pretty much complete. I don't really have anyone else that I'd really want in the team. So I'm only looking to get Sissoko here. I can't put anyone else here, really, to be honest. So I'm thinking of getting Sissoko in CDM. And it costs about 50k, so that should be just enough to get Sissoko. But Sissoko, Llorente, Promes, Neres, Gamera, and Dembele should be more than enough for an attacking force. But I'll be streaming this weekend league, of course, on twitch.tv/Noah, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Quick update as well in the FIFA Teacher series. Don't forget as well, make sure you do the objectives. The Jota card is a very good card. If you have not done that Jota card, make sure you go do him. I think we'll have a few packs actually for me to open while I quickly just talk over a few more things. Yeah, make sure you do all objectives. Now, the SBC, this is the thing with SBCs. SBCs, I would say don't do them unless you know you're going to use a player. SBCs are basically a coin sink. And what EA are going to do, like the Fatty card, is he worth 200k? You know what, maybe he's worth 200k, maybe. But that Fatty card is a big coin sink. Now you got to make the decision. Do you want to spend your money on a card for 200k that's worth maybe a third of your team? Well, you don't want to do it. So just be very careful. What's this? Squirrel Tifo? Yes, also just be very careful. And I think also they changed the stadium. I think now you have to play in like this new stadium. There's no FEWC stadium. There's now like the Foot Champion Stadium. But yeah, that's what I would say. Just really be very astute. As I said, with objectives, you can go ahead and do the Jota one. The thing is under community. No, it's not. I think it's one of these objectives. I think it's is it milestones? One of these. The Jota card. I don't even know if it's still available. Oh, here it is. So you can do this Jota card. Sorry, should I say? You can use him as a sub, and he actually is a very good card, 5-star week friend. Of course, he will upgrade because he's a one to watch. But what I'm saying is, be very smart. You know, you can look at the transfer market. You can buy someone for 200k, and you might not like them. You can sell them. But you go ahead and you do this SBC, and for example, like for Ansu Fati or anyone, these is 200k gone. So I would say be very careful about doing these SBCs. Like Witsel, you know, it's not worth it for them. I mean, he's a very good card, but someone like Emre Can can get the job done. So it's really not worth the money, is what I would say. And that's what I would say is enjoy the weekend league, have fun. Rewards become that tomorrow. I would say try to figure out your weak points in your team and then upgrade those weak points as soon as you can. Let's have a look at this pack over here. What do we get? Do we get anything? No, we do not get anyone at all. I would just say just upgrade your team as much as you can. Have fun. We get a silver card as well, and we get a club nickname pack as well. I think that's where we can change our names. The final pack we go into, and that is not even okay, not walkout. I thought that was a walkout. Perisic. That's actually not a bad pull. It could be used as a good super sub. Is he tradable? No, he's not. So we'll just store him in the club for now. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. This is my squad going into the weekend league. I'll probably buy Sissoko with the proceedings that I get tomorrow from rewards, and that will be my team going into the weekend league. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy and have a good one.